You're thinking about hopping on gear, today's video could potentially save your life and your health. So I'm going to share 10 critical tips you need to know before you even consider touching any performance enhancing drugs. This isn't me encouraging or discouraging steroid use. This is me giving you real unfiltered information that could prevent you from making serious mistakes that I've seen destroys guys' health, relationships, and lives. I see too many men jumping into this world without doing their homework, and the consequences can be devastating. Whether you're just curious about the topic or seriously considering it, by the end of this video, you're going to have the complete roadmap you're going to need to make informed decisions and protect yourself if you choose to go down this path. So let's get into it. Tip number 1, and this is the most important. If your sleep, diet, and training isn't dialed in as a natural, don't even consider gear. This is where most guys get it completely wrong. They think steroids are some magic solution that's just going to transform their physique overnight. But here's the reality, brother. Your physique isn't going to magically improve just because you hop on some gear. In fact, I would argue that you need to take it up another notch with those 3 fundamentals if you're going to hop on. Okay, steroids just amplify what you're already doing. If you're inconsistent with your training, eating like a fucking child, and sleeping 4 hours a night, steroids aren't going to fix those problems. Okay, they're just going to amplify them. So make sure you have sleep, training, diet. Lock the fuck in. Tip 2, research everything. And I mean everything. Okay, know all the pros and the cons of any compound you ever hop on. If you can't explain the reasons why you're taking something, you shouldn't be on it. This means understanding the mechanism of action, the potential side effects, the proper dosages, the detection times if you're tested, which you shouldn't be taking it if you're competing in something that's drug tested. Don't be a fucking piece of shit. And how it interacts with other compounds. I can't stress this enough. Ignorance in this area can literally kill you or cause permanent damage to your body. So again, do your fucking research. Tip number 3, side effect management. Okay, you got to know how to mitigate the side effects if they happen. The last thing you want is to not have the proper ancillaries to reduce estrogen, prolactin, blood pressure, and other markers. And now you're in a bad spot without having what's needed to get your shit back in control, leading to a bunch of problems that could have been prevented with proper preparation. Have your aromatase inhibitors, your prolactin control, your blood pressure medications, everything ready before you start. Tip 4, get your blood work done while you're natural or at the beginning of a cycle. This is absolutely fucking non-negotiable. If shit goes sideways while I'm geared, you got to know where you were at as a baseline to get things back in control. This includes comprehensive hormone panels, lipid profiles, liver function tests, kidney function, blood pressure monitoring, and the whole fucking works. You can't fix what you don't measure. And you can't know if something's wrong if you don't know what's normal like for your body. Tip number 5. Trend is something that 99% of people should never fuck with. Yes, it does it all in terms of strength, fat loss, hypertrophy, and a whole lot more. But it also comes with the worst side effects and is severely toxic to the human body. If you're not smart with it, like the majority of you guys aren't, you will fuck yourself up. The mental side effects alone can destroy relationships, careers, and your overall quality of life. My advice, if you don't plan on hopping on stage and competing at the highest level, don't fuck with it. And if you are going to do it, I would recommend working with an experienced coach who can help you with it to make sure you have shit in check. But again, guys, you don't need it. It ain't worth it. You can get just as good results with other stuff. I promise you. Tip number 6, 1 compound at a time. If you've never taken a particular compound before, don't take another compound with it that you've never taken before. How are you going to know what's causing what if you introduce 2 new compounds into your body at the same time? This is basic scientific methodology, okay? You change one variable at a time so you can assess the effects. Start with testosterone only for your first cycle, which should be a base of every cycle. See how your body responds to just that. And then after you consider or you finish a blast, Make sure you have a fucking health phase. Okay. You shouldn't be fucking permablasting in the sun year fucking round. That's another fuck up. Okay. Finish one thing at a time and then consider adding other compounds in future cycles if needed. Okay. But one thing at a time. Tip number 7. Testosterone is enough. Okay. It's all 99% of men need to maximize energy, motivation, physique, strength, confidence, libido, and level up as a husband, father, or business owner. Okay. I'm not talking to the fucking bodybuilders here. Okay. I'm talking to the average male. 75 to 200 milligrams. That's a true TRT dose. Pen 2 to 3 times a week will do wonders for the majority of the male population. We as men, we already produce testosterone naturally. We just need enough to keep our levels in an optimal range. I personally like to keep mine around 1,000 to 1,400 for TRT. So that's just my personal levels. Okay. Somebody else might say something else. Again, everyone's different. Everyone's TRT journey is going to be completely different. And this is why it's so important to not only do your research, but I really encourage you to hire a professional, someone that specializes in this stuff to really help you dial this in. Okay. There's absolutely no reason to feel like dog shit just because of age. Okay. Think of like TRT, like, again, this video is kind of more on the blasting side of things, but I do want to talk about TRT. But just think about it, right? Guys like, oh, you have to be on it the rest of your life. Okay. I mean, you take vitamins because you have deficiencies, right? We take cars because it gets us there more optimally, right? We take, or gets us places faster, right? We take planes to get us to the other side of the country faster, right? Because that's better than walking. We wear fucking glasses because it helps us see better. But why would we not take just enough testosterone to put our testosterone levels back in range so we can feel like a fucking teenager again? There's no reason to feel like shit just because of age, guys. Like the whole stigma behind injecting something, like you need to lose it. You're truly missing out on a 10x quality of life by not having your testosterone dialed in. It's literally night and day difference. Okay. On the next thing. Tip number 8. Less is always best. There's going to come a point where diminishing returns become a factor. Why run 750 milligrams or a gram of testosterone when you haven't even ran 300 milligrams yet? Most guys can get incredible results on doses that are much lower than what you see promoted online. And if you're severely overweight, you definitely shouldn't be taking anything else besides testosterone. Lose the fat, get lean first, and then save the extra stuff for building muscle. Anabolics are far superior for building muscle than on a cut. Unless you're a guy that's more advanced, you already got a good amount of muscle, and you're just really using gear to kind of get that final pop and polished look to be on stage or a photo shoot, which, let's be real, there's not a lot of guys that are like that. So majority, again, I'm speaking to the average male here. Testosterone is keeping it. That's all you need. All right. Tip number 9, on psychotherapy. If you're going to run a cycle that's more than your standard TRT dosage, you better fucking know exactly what on psychotherapy products to take to help keep your blood work markers in check and keep that blood pressure under control. If you're running a NOR19 compound like DECA or Trin, you should probably have some GABR on hand for prolactin control. If you're running testosterone, which should be the base of every cycle, you better have an AI, an aromatase inhibitor like aromasin on hand. TUDCA and NAC for oral compounds to protect your liver. If you don't know what these are and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about and what they do, you still got a lot of research to do. So don't even fucking bother taking those. Okay. This goes back to my point earlier. Do your fucking research. Tip number 10, blood work monitoring throughout your cycle. Holy fuck. I can't stress this one enough. If it's your first time running something, even if you're advanced, get blood work done before the cycle and then every 5 to 8 weeks to make sure things are in check and see how your body responds to certain compounds. Donate blood to help with elevated hematocrit and hemoglobin levels. That compounds will increase, which will help with blood pressure, along with doing daily cardio, getting your steps in. Okay, there's a lot that goes into it, but those are kind of just the basics of it. Look, guys, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your body. That's your choice as an adult. But I am here to make sure you've got some information you need to make smart decisions and protect your health if you choose to go down this path. The biggest mistake I see guys make is rushing into this world without proper preparation, research, and respect for what these compounds can do to your body. Most guys jump in without proper research, baseline blood work, understanding side effects, or having ancillaries ready. And then they wonder why they feel like shit or when shit goes sideways. gyno, bitch tits. Holy fuck. I'm literally growing boobs, man tits, bitch tits, right? That's one. Why is my blood pressure out of control? Why is my nose just bleeding out of control? Okay. This is shit that can be prevented with proper research or under the guidance of a professional or a hormone clinic. Okay. Take your time, do your homework, get your blood work, have your ancillaries ready, and always prioritize your long-term health over short-term gains. Okay, there's a lot that goes into this. This is kind of just some snippets off the top of my head, but hopefully this kind of gives you a better idea of what path to go down before you start this route. If you found this information valuable, make sure to subscribe for more honest, no bullshit content about health, fitness, and performance. As always, don't be a pussy. Peace.